Namaste. I am Maharaja and I would like to welcome you to my YouTube channel called Brahma Gaje, a channel that is dedicated to philosophical discourse. Please do not forget to click on that like button and also that subscribe button. I'm going to start a series of 5 episodes, starting this one. And the 5 episodes are going to dedicate themselves to the discourse from the Pancham Skhandha of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, describing the philosophy of Jada Bharat. This is a very deep and very enlightening philosophy. The philosophy of Jada Bharat and his discourse to Maharaja Rahugan is truly inspiring. And we will spend about 5 episodes in this. In this first episode, we are actually going to discuss about the 9th avatar of Sri Hari Vishnu, Rishabhdeva. Rishabhdeva is also the father of Maharaja Bharat, who later becomes Jada Bharat. So that is how we are going to start. We're going to build the foundation in this episode, leading towards the final discourse. The last 3 episodes are going to be dedicated to the entire discourse and the philosophy of Jada Bharat. So we will need those 3 episodes, the last 3 episodes for that. But until then, this episode and the next one, we will build the foundation for that discourse, some background, some history. Let's get started. So, this episode is about Rishabhdeva. If you have seen my entire series on Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam that was held at GPT, you would have learned that there are multiple avatars of Sri Vishnu. Anytime there is chaos, evil, the Sri Hari takes birth to vanquish all that. The 9th avatar of Bhagwan Sri Hari is Rishabhdeva avatar, who is also the founder of Jain Sampradaya. He is also the first Tirthankar of Jain Sampradaya. Who is Rishabhdeva? So, once upon a time, in some different time period, in some different yug, there was a king Nabhi of Ayodhya, the present day Ayodhya in India. And Nabhi had a wife, Queen Marudevi. So, King Nabhi and Marudevi of Ayodhya did not have any children. So they prayed, they did yagna, and they prayed to the Yagna Purush, who is, if you again go back to my Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam series, you will learn that 8th avatar of Sri Bhagwan Vishnu is the Yagna Purush avatar. The yajna, the holy fire, in front of which we meditate. We then have our wishes fulfilled by the Yagna Purush. So King Nabhi and Marudevi, with many other sages, did this Yagna. Worshipped Yagna Purush. And if you do it with pure heart and dedication, Yagna Purush will appear and your wishes will get fulfilled. So when Yagna Purush appeared in front of King Nabhi and Marudevi, he asked, "What do you want? What is your wish?" And the King Nabhi and the Queen Marudevi said, "We wish a son just like you." Just like you. Identical to you. Yajnapurush smiled and said, "There is nobody like me. I am one and only." Again, the deep meaning here is that the ultimate truth is one and only. That is the deep philosophy, the deep meaning behind it. That the ultimate truth, the true truth is only one. There is nothing like that. There is nothing like truth. Truth is truth, and that's it. So Yajnapurush said that there is nobody like me. So I will be born as your son, Rishabhdeva. Time passes and Marudevi and King Navi begot a son. They name him Rishabhdeva because the idea is that he is the best. He's best at everything. He is the ultimate. He's amazing at ruling. He was amazing at studies. He was great at taking care of people. Again, the avatar Vishnu from the Trinity, if you recall the Bhagavat series, Vishnu is the maintainer god. So his avatars also do the same thing. They maintained this creation. The creator god, Brahma, created. Vishnu maintains it. Lord Shiv concludes it, and the cycle goes back to zero. Creation, maintenance, conclusion, so forth and so on. So the maintainer god, Vishnu, in the form of Rishabhdeva, is an amazing king. Because as Navi ages, he gives away that kingdom to Rishabhdeva. And Rishabhdeva rules. Rishabhdeva is also very kind, has empathy, listens to people. A great ruler or a manager, if you are in a corporate world, is the one that works for the people that he serves. As Maharaja Rishabhdeva ruled, Indra, the king of gods, requested him to marry his daughter Jayanti. So Rishabhdeva marries Jayanti. And Rishabhdeva and his wife and other wives overall bring 100 sons to this earth. 100 children. 100 sons. And of those 100 sons, Maharaja Bharat is the eldest son. Maharaja Bharat is to be ruled after Rishabhdeva when he retires. He was the just king to be. And the history of India is such that India is called Bharat or Bharat Varsh. That Bharat name comes after King Bharat, the son of the 9th incarnation of Lord Vishnu, Rishabhdeva. Also the founder of Jain Sampradaya. Rishabhdeva finds the Jain Sampradaya. So as Bharat grows up, the prince becomes of age, Rishabhdeva then decides that it is now time for me to depart, and gives the kingdom to his eldest son, Bharat. We will talk about the background of Bharat as a king in the next episode. So let's focus a little bit on Rishabhdeva and continue there. So Rishabhdeva, before leaving the kingdom and giving it to his eldest son Bharat, provides an important message, lesson. As Rishabhdeva retires for devotion, the path of devotion, the path of meditation, again, becomes the first Tirthankar of Jain Sampradaya, he has this important lesson for his sons, especially Bharat. Rishabhdeva says to his children and the king to be Bharat here that human life is not for suffering. Human life has better purpose than just suffering. Now, what does it really mean? I mean, you are living, you are doing your job, you have good family, good fortune, etc. You may be wondering, I'm not really suffering. But in reality, think about it. You buy a car, you're driving, and tires get punctured. Now you have to get new tires. You just bought a car, now you get new tires. The cycle of suffering in that aspect attached to the materialistic values never give ultimate satisfaction. It is not like that you buy something and you are ultimately blissful, happy ever. No, car will require maintenance, tires, paint. Maybe it will get old, you will need a new car again, so forth and so on. The materialistic attachment to the samsara, to your life, to the living, is not something that will give you ultimate happiness. So that's what he meant, that the human birth is to seek that ultimate nirvana state. Rishabhdeva, as the first Tirthankar, provides the message, the means for nirvana through meditation, through right conduct, through right living. Provides the meaning to that. So that's what he said, that as you rule, think about it that way, that you have to, guide your people towards that ultimate goal. Just don't let them spend their life like animals into just carnal, materialistic, selfish desires. Job, wife, kids, day-to-day chores. Time passes and they die. No, elevate them. Give them a purpose, a meaning behind. The use of this body for divine meditation will purify your inner existence. And that purification process will eventually cleanse you completely to a point where then you will be able to attain the nirvana, the moksha. When your mind, your inner body, and then overall existence becomes pure, then you will be able to attain the next state, that is nirvana, and be able to fulfill the purpose for this intellectual existence that you call yourself as human being, the Homo sapiens, thinking man, the intellectual man, that separates you from other animals because you have chitta, intellect. Then Rishabhdeva says that it is very hard for common man to understand and realize and comprehend me. Again, he is the ninth avatar of Lord Vishnu. It is very complicated. But if one finds his or her focus in pure sattva gun, the eternal patience and humility, that person then shall realize me, attain me, says Rishabhdeva. Rishabhdeva says further that my heart is dharma, the right conduct. So with sattva gun, if you stabilize yourself into that particular domain, fill yourself with ultimate bliss by practicing on gaining patience and humility. You will stabilize that way thus into the sattva guna. And when you do so, you will always do the right conduct. You will work according to the dharma. You will live according to dharma, the right conduct. And doing so with practice, you will then realize, attain, find yourself with the first Tirthankar, Rishabhdeva. In Vedas, a Sanskrit shlok comes into the mind that Satyam Param Dhimahi. The ultimate truth, Satya, is the source of, after all. Truth is the ultimate, the divine truth. And what is truth? As Rishabhdeva has explained, that truth is something that is not dualistic. It is singular. There is nothing like truth. Truth is the truth. There is no copy of truth. A copy of truth is also the truth, meaning it is one and singular. As we just spoke, when the 8th incarnation of Vishnu, Yajnapurush, said, I will come as Rishabhdeva, thus the 9th avatar. The Rishabhdeva, why? Because he is the ultimate truth, and truth is only one. There is nothing like. You cannot replicate it because it is, after all, the ultimate. It is singular, non-dualistic. Truth is also without contamination. Jnana Vishuddham. The knowledge, the ultimate truth, is Vishuddha. Without any contamination whatsoever. If there is contamination in your statement, in your belief system, in how you live, if there is that contradiction, then you are not living truthfully. So Rishabhdeva again is giving this message to Bharat and his sons because he is now going towards the path of Nirvana and he wants his children to rule justly and spread dharma, the right conduct. So life without contradiction, a life without any contamination of falsehood is the right life to have. And that is the purpose of living. The purpose of living, as Rishabhdeva said earlier, is not just like other animals where you procreate, you just go after food and carnal desires, and in this case, anything materialistic that you may be acquiring. That is not living. The living is the attainment of higher truth. That is the purpose of life. And when you realize that you have had enough of this materialistic wealth, you should be able to let go, like Rishabhdeva did. As the emperor, he could have ruled forever, and he is the God incarnated. But no, he decided to pass on that legacy to his children, especially Bharat, and go for nirvana, go for even higher truth. So there comes a time in your life when you have to say, okay, let me search. Now, it is not that when you age, you have to search. You can do it at any time. You can do it with the life that you are living. As Rishabhdeva explained to Bharat, that right conduct, you can do it as you are ruling as the emperor. You can do that at the same time. Truth is calm and peaceful. Truth is also unbroken. It doesn't have interior shell or exterior shell. Truth cannot be bound to anything. Truth stays on its own, independent. And that search for truth, attainment of truth, living truthfully, living with dharma, the right conduct, having patience and humility, you can then, with practice and meditation, attain the nirvana. And that is the message that Rishabhdeva gave to Bharat and told Bharat that with this, you shall rule. That is all I have. Namaste.